I want to talk about something I absolutely hate about YouTube. And this has happened twice to me now. And it is one of the worst things about YouTube. Now, I love YouTube. I have multiple different channels on the platform. I have built a great lifestyle from creating different YouTube channels that have allowed me to travel the world, follow my passions, and do all that cool stuff. The one thing, though, I absolutely hate about YouTube, and this is the second time this has happened now. You'd think I would learn from my mistakes, but I'm actually coming here because I've already learned from this and want to tell you guys how important this is. And it's the fact that YouTube has control over your videos and content you upload. Now, this is super obvious because you're uploading content to their platform. You're basically renting space. You don't own the platform, YouTube does, and you're putting your content, your assets on YouTube. So therefore, they get the final say in whether a video should stay on the platform, whether it should be demonetized, whether it should earn ad revenue, and all that stuff. Now, I'm going to show you my screen in a second of my analytics of my main channel and show you where this big striking problem is, because YouTube basically has just cut my income overnight. And I'll explain how in a second, but it's drastic, it's annoying. I've tried to fight it. I can't seem to get the answer I want. And I want to show you how to avoid this completely. So I'm over in my YouTube analytics now. This is for one of my main channels. And as you can see, if I go back the past 90 days, it's pretty consistent. You know, views are consistent, revenue is pretty consistent, subscribers every day are consistent. The problem is, when I come over to my content and I go to my most viewed videos, we see these two videos here that have been limited for monetization. And if we see what this says, it says, the video may earn limited or no ad revenue due to content identified as not suitable for most advertisers. We use a combination of automated systems and human reviews to detect violations of our advertiser-friendly content guidelines. It remains fully playable and is eligible to earn subscription revenue from YouTube Premium. So, this is my most viewed video on my channel. It currently has 21.3 million views. I uploaded it on the 21st of December 2023, so nearly 2 years ago now. And I've had no problems with it being demonetized or anything like that. And then literally 2 days ago, I noticed the yellow icon in the studio, which indicates a problem. And it says it's been demonetized. Now, if I go through to my analytics of this channel, you'll see exactly what's happened and how revenue has just dropped off a cliff in the last... So look, it's gone from earning $55, $30, $40, $50 a day down to $2 a day, $3 a day, which is crazy because you might not think it's too much money, me moaning about, oh, it's consistently earning this much a day. But if you've got multiple videos doing this on a channel, it can be a considerable amount of money that a channel is able to earn. And if YouTube just cuts one of these, that's a problem. So it's done this, and it's done it after 2 years. No problems for 2 years, and then boom, problem. So I appealed this, and because it says here it's an automation, it's not, you know, AI or automations have picked this up. It demonetized it. So I appealed this, and it got manually reviewed by a human reviewer, and they also deemed the same thing. They said it wasn't suitable for monetization, and therefore it will remain as it is. Even though it said it will still be playable, and I can earn a little bit of money from other places, which is ridiculous. So I went through support yesterday. I was quite stressed out by it, and got through to a high level of manager support, and you can actually request, like it says here, request an additional yellow icon review, which is then they go through it again and review it manually. You don't really have a chance to explain your case. You just put a few details in, and they just do their thing. That's the problem with YouTube. You don't have any control over this stuff. So now I have two videos. One has 8.5 million views, one has 21 million views, which I know will continue to get views, don't now earn any money, which is frustrating because when you have a channel that only relies on making an income from AdSense, which is where YouTube pays you for adverts on your videos, they can literally turn your ads on or off and decide which videos make money. Now, obviously, if you believe you are posting videos on a channel that are well within the guidelines, I don't see a problem with this. Like, most of the videos on my channel here are within those guidelines. They don't breach any... I don't see them breach any guidelines. They don't have any swearing in. All the swearing is bleeped out if there is any. But I think it's because of these, it's been like seen as acts of danger, and it's encouraging people to try this stuff. But I could argue that case for many other different channels and videos I've seen on YouTube, and it's really frustrating. But it does really just go to show how little control you have over a channel, and not to put all your eggs in one basket. Now, this channel is 7 or 8 years old. Since the rise of AI on YouTube, things have changed drastically, and I can see this happening more and more in the future because there's less human there's less human interaction with the channel. It's all AI, and things just can get flagged up super easy and super quickly. So my thing with this is to always not put your eggs in one basket, as I have learned for the second time now with this. Now, I have had some videos flag up, and I've requested a review, and it's been confirmed it's fine, perfectly, no problem. But this one, it's kicked up, but I'm really annoyed that after 2 years of making an income, it's now just stopped. So this has earned $29,000 so far. And I can only imagine this is going to continue to keep growing and getting views, which is really frustrating that YouTube will continue to show my videos, my content, my assets, my work to viewers, and I'm not earning anything from it. So that is really frustrating. However, it does bring something to light, which you guys should definitely take on board, which I'm always talking about on this channel, as to why you should have a way of making an income that is related to YouTube but doesn't rely on YouTube itself. So it's exactly why I started my school community, which is called YouTube Accelerator. I will leave links below in the description to it. It is basically a place where you can get access to me in helping you grow a YouTube channel that is based around your knowledge and teaching people a skill, sharing what you know with other people, and making an income from that. So it's related to YouTube. You use YouTube to promote your school community or your products or your service, and then you make money that way, rather than relying on YouTube to pay through AdSense. Because at the end of the day, I've had to get millions of views on this channel for it to be earning a decent income. And it's taken 8 years to get to that point, or about 5 or 6 years to reach that. And if there is a much faster way of doing it. It's just a bit hurtful for me that I put all this effort into traveling the world, making these videos, and then to be just someone just flicks a light switch almost, and turns my AdSense off basically overnight. So don't be me. Don't be that person. There is better ways to build incomes on the internet. Using YouTube is a fantastic platform, but if you want to make a channel that is based purposely off entertainment, which this channel is, sharing my travel and adventure videos, then have a backup plan, have a plan B, or have something else going by the side, like my community, for whatever your skill is, so you can monetize that as well. So if one does get pulled, like this has, you aren't just reliant on it, because that's a detriment. But I hope that insight was useful, and I hope it doesn't happen again, and I'll see you in the next video.